Welcome to Ignite Success. I'm your host, Snowden McFall, 25-year professional speaker, 6-time author, and coach for women in presentation skills and stress and burnout. And with me today is Makayla Buchanan. She's head of the Clay Education Fdn. Welcome, Makayla.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
It's my pleasure to have you here. So tell us about the Clay Education Fdn.
Sure. So the Clay Education Fdn is a 501c3 nonprofit. We were chartered to support Clay County Public Schools, so just outside of Jacksonville. And we work with STEM 2 Hub very heavily in our region to promote STEM education K through 12.
So I know STEM 2 Hub, we've had Kathleen Schofield on the show, and I know STEM 2 Hub is doing some amazing things.
Yes.
So you partner with them on various programs.
Yes, ma'am. So one of the most recent that we're working on together is a STEM van. So we're putting STEM on wheels. We're going to drive it around to all the public schools in Clay County. We're going to reach out to elementary students, junior high students, really piquing their interest in those early years. We know STEM's so important. So we're just trying to get them exposure.
So how would that work? I'm at an elementary school. I'm the principal of an elementary school in Clay County, and your van pulls up. What's in the van?
Sure, yeah. So we've been working with the curriculum specialist at the district. We have a great partnership with the school district. The superintendent's been great. He's sadly leaving us, right? But yeah, so we've created lesson plans, and we've pointed out things that the Florida Department of Education says students are constantly underperforming in. So, parts of a plant, force and motion, and we've thought, how can we change up those lesson plans?
Yes.
Bring in some drone technology, bring in computer science, data science. So we have microbits, we've got drones, we're going to have robots, we'll have virtual reality headsets.
Wow.
Just really immersing students in STEM and preparing them for the future of work.
Wow, that sounds fun. So so would I bring my class to the van and we all get to participate? How many kids can it accommodate at a time?
Currently we're working on getting some teachers to teach out of the van. So essentially what would happen is the curriculum specialist would map out the year, and we've identified those areas like I mentioned, and they happen at specific points. So in October, that might be space, right? So there's a lesson plan for 5th graders, there's a lesson plan for 8th graders on space or space science. And we go to that school and we do all the 5th graders on that day. So as they're rotating classes, the teacher essentially lets them go into a big area, cafeteria, maybe media center or something like that.
Yes,
and
like that.
They would have the lesson done by the lady driving the STEM van.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And the STEM van itself is kind of
parked outside. It's not
a visibility creator.
Right. It's just to get it all there, because once you're buying all this technology, you realize very quickly that it is advancing at a rate we really can't keep up with.
I know.
And as a nonprofit where we have business donors, we have other donors like STEM 2 Hub, individuals, they really want to know that their money is being used efficiently and having a great impact. So this is the best way that we can do both of those things at the same time while preparing students to go and work in their businesses that they desperately need right now.
Right, that's so important. I mean, all of this is critical for the future of the world, because this is the direction we're all heading in, right?
Right. And it's fun. We talk about it a lot, Kathy and I, folks at the district, principals, and business owners that I meet with often. Future of work, and when you think about that, it's really today, So we've got the jobs that have already been created, that will be created. These students have to be adaptable. They've got to be able to think critically and to problem solve. So it's not just about technology and putting it in front of them for technology's sake, but really those employability skills that they're going to need regardless of the career they go in. It's just the way the world is now and will continue to be.
Right. And I think, I was thinking about that this morning, that creative problem solving is such a critical skill set for youth and for adults.
Yes.
And sometimes it's lacking in the workplace, and the ability to think on your feet, to be resourceful. Well, if this, if for lack of a better word, MacGyver it.
Sure.
If something isn't working, okay, what can you do? My husband's superpower is figuring out how things work and then fixing them when they break. That kind of resourcefulness, I think, is going to be so important for our youth as we go forward in the future. And it's not just one thing. It's not just drones. It's not just computers. It's not just robotics. It's the entire integration.
Yeah, I mean, look at the agriculture sector, manufacturing. These things are being rapidly changed by just the technology. You're getting folks who come in and they design something on a screen for you.
That's right.
Instead, before you would have to go and build that draft. And now we can just produce these things very quickly on a computer and know whether they're going to run or not.
Well, and the nice thing is, I think sometimes people don't realize is with technology, it also can impact the arts in a positive way and bring the arts in, because I think arts are equally important.
Oh, yeah.
And working hand in hand, and you see music and the opportunity for people to bring their talents and skills out in a much broader scale through technology. So.
Yes, and kids who are immersed in art and music at a young age, they actually have better math and science skills later on. There's data to suggest that. And on top of that, you talk about what can they do with, how does technology impact the arts? We'll look at game design. We know students, we know that they like to play video games. We know that they want to see their work come to life with 3D printing, 3D art, game design. So being able to put all of those career pathways, or at least the fundamentals, the very basics, where they get a little bit of exposure, even though that these things exist, that they might be passionate about, is all a part of what we do at the Education Foundation to support our students.
That's fabulous. That's wonderful. So where can people learn more?
Sure. So our website is very simple. It is www.clayeducationfoundation.com.
Clayeducationfoundation.com. Okay.
And then we're on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn. We're at the Clay Education Foundation on Facebook, and we're at CEF Clay on Twitter.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for all you're doing. It's very exciting.
No, thank you for having me. Both my parents are teachers, and I'm from Clay County, so I'm very proud to be able to do what we do. It's a great opportunity.
It's awesome. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.